Welcome back to the channel. This week's video, we're going to be working on the ZJ, the Grand Cherokee. This isn't the video I wanted to do this week. I wanted to go get that OBS off-road wrecker that we're going to be building. It's at the boneyard at my dad's place, but seriously, negative 10 degrees out right now, and I just really don't want to go outside. So I thought we need to do some repairs on this ZJ to get this thing more reliable, more roadworthy. So let's work on the ZJ. Well, currently we have the Jeep garage thing going on right now. So we got to pull the Liberty out of the garage, move the ZJ over here, and I got my welder stuffed back there in the corner. So we need to pull that out because we're going to be doing some frame repair on this old Grand Cherokee. So the main purpose to this video is going to be, don't be scared of rusty vehicles. I've had a lot, trust me. I get them at good prices, I'm cheap, and I just cut the rust out. So that's today's mission. Move this Jeep around and start cutting on this Grand Cherokee, because if you're new to the channel, this thing is super rusty. If you're not new to the channel, you have seen how rusty this Jeep is. But I don't want you guys to be scared. You can buy rusty Jeeps. It's gonna take a lot of man labor, but you can cut a lot of that rust out, replace it, repair it. In our situation, it's on the unibody. I have repaired these unibodies before. They sell aftermarket frame repairs for these Grand Cherokees as well. I'll put a couple of those links in the description below, and I have used them before. There's Iron Rock, there's quite a few other companies. Like I said, I'll put those links in the description and you guys can check those out. But for us, we're just gonna patch that lower control arm for now, cut some of that rocker rust out, because we're gonna be building some new rock sliders on this Jeep as well. So enough talking, let's get this Jeep moved around, get that Jeep moved out, and do some cutting on this old Grand Cherokee. Maybe I should go get a tetanus shot first. Well, it's been a couple days since I switched these Jeeps around. We got this one up on the wheel cribs. Now we can crawl underneath and see if we can repair that frame quick, because I do want to get a few more miles out of this Grand Cherokee and maybe a couple more tanks. If you guys recall the situation with this Jeep, it's got a gaping hole in the back. We covered up temporary, but actually in reality, it's probably on its third tank now of gas before we do the tank tuck on that Jeep. I got the Grand Cherokee up so high and over that hopefully I don't need anything out of the electrical cabinet anytime soon, because we tight. So here we are underneath this rusty Titanic. That hole looks pretty intimidating, doesn't it? But if you look underneath, the control arm is attached to a secondary bracket here, and especially on the inside, there's a bracket that comes down from the uniframe and attaches on this lower control arm bracket. This spot here is actually where the body support to the uniframe used to live, you know, before it disappeared. Similar to this rocker that is, you know, coming off. And that's one of the reasons why I got the Jeep for $100. Situations like that are very intimidating to other people, so we'll just fix it and keep driving this old Grand Cherokee. I think the best plan of attack right now is we better pull that wheel off and see if we can mount that a little bit different, because I think I'm gonna need that room, and we'll just cut some of that rocker out as well as that body support, what's left of it. So let's rip that wheel off. Got that wheel off, so now we can access this area much better. So we're gonna start from the top down, then we can get in there a lot easier when, you know, all this tetanus is out of the way. Got the welder out here, and I'm just thinking I better disconnect that battery before I forget. Because you always want to disconnect your battery on your vehicle when you're welding on it. So we better do that before I forget. Well, we made a little rust storm in here. She got a little dusty and rusty. Let me show you what we got going on here. Here's what we got going on. A lot of dust and rust and some rocks. So we're gonna have to cut some more out of the bottom here, eliminate that rust. Then it's got this inner structure inside this unit frame. So my thoughts are we'll get a piece and we'll cut up and we'll clean this up really well with a flapper disc so we can try to weld to it. Clean this up, and then we'll put a piece in here first before we patch the outside. So let's bust out the grinder, make it a little bit more dusty in here, and see if we can get some clean metal to weld to. Let's cross our fingers. So let's go to the CAD board. See what I did there? Cardboard. CAD. We got our first bracket, our skeleton, our backbone repair done on the lower control arm. Let's see what you think. There she is. So the back of this control arm bracket comes back into here. So that's where that brace is. It's bracing that back piece. Now we just need to build one for this piece up to this internal uniframe here too, like we did on this one. So let's build that bracket for the next brace on that lower control arm, then we'll go from there. Alright, this is the time where I get real with you guys. This is the end of the video. I had this big plan of repairing this frame using YJ brackets, which that's what we're doing. I have a bunch of brackets left over from when we did YJ Wrangler frame repair years ago. So I was gonna buy that same kit and repair the ZJ, because you can buy that kit off of Amazon for like 30 bucks. So I thought, what the heck? You get all the bends, good quality metal for $30. So that's what we're doing on this ZJ. But guess what? The parts are in delay, and they're not gonna be here for maybe another 4 days. Reason number 2, this video is ending now. I gotta edit this video. I got to, like all of you guys, we have busy schedules outside of this garage. Another reason, we built these wheel cribs, these car cribs, jack stand cribs, on a couple of videos earlier, and I sold them. So I put them on Marketplace, and we're gonna sell them. The guy's on his way to buy those wheel cribs. So I need to get those off the Jeep. So yeah, a lot of cards stacked against us. That bracket is already way better than it was. I was driving that as a daily with that rusty lower control arm. Very sketch. Anywho, this is the end of the video. Look forward to next week's video. I don't know if I'll have this back in the garage. And again, we still have to go get that OBS truck that we're gonna turn into a wrecker. I will put the link for the frame stiffeners that I was talking about, that we're gonna probably put one of those sets on this Jeep, and the YJ brackets, the frame repair that you can buy from Amazon that isn't here yet. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time.